Hello, my dear children and parents. Welcome to class 8th of Indus Valley Public School, Raj. Here, children, we are doing lesson number 4 from your Honeydew. The name of the lesson is Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory, written by Satyajit Ray. This story, before we begin, I would like to ask you, how far you are clear about your memory? Do you have any incident that is not remembered by you? Is there any incident that somebody is telling you and you are not able to recall that incident? Yes, children, this story is related to such a person from whose life a particular moment, a particular day has been omitted. His friends are trying to recall him that part, but he is not able to recall them, as that is a prank played by his friend to him. And if a person is not able to recall a part of his life, then it becomes miserable for him. वो सोच के देखो इंसिडेंट, जब आपको कोई इंसिडेंट बताया जाता है आपकी लाइफ का और आप उसे रिकॉल नहीं कर पाते हो तो कैसा लगता है. Then that situation, that critical situation, that critic situation is being reflected in this lesson, Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. Okay, so before we start with the lesson, I would like to introduce our writer Satyajit Ray. So he is a writer, Satyajit Ray, and he was born on 2nd May 1921 in Calcutta into Bengal family which was prominent in the field of arts and literature. He was an Indian filmmaker, screenwriter, music composer, graphic artist, lyricist and author, widely gathered as one of the greatest filmmakers of the 20th century. He directed 36 films including feature films, documentaries and short stories. He was also a fiction writer, publisher, illustrator, calligrapher, music composer, graphic designer and film critic. He authored several short stories and novels meant primarily for young children and teenagers. He was awarded an honorary degree by Oxford University. He left this world on 23rd April 1992. So this is all about Satyajit Ray. Now children, I would like to introduce the characters that are there in this story. So we have 5 characters. Bipin Chaudhary, also known as Bipin Babu. He is protagonist, that is the main character of this story. Then Chunni Lal, friend. Dinesh Mukherjee, friend. Parimal Ghosh, a strange person, or you can say stranger. And Paresh Chandra, that is the doctor. So these are the characters that we will be coming across while reading the lesson. So coming to the lesson. The lesson name is Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. So before we start our chapter, let us discuss something. Do you have a good memory? Has your memory ever played any trick on you? Forgetfulness often puts you in a tight spot. But forgetting a part of your life completely may drive you crazy. In this story, Bipin Babu goes nearly crazy because he cannot recollect his stay at Ranchi. Because this story will be revolving around Ranchi. So he is not able to collect his stay at Ranchi when he was there and when he was not there. He has never been to Ranchi. He insists, though there are many witnesses to the contrary. What is this suspense all about? So now here he is saying that, Bipin Babu is saying that he never been to Ranchi. But his friends, strange person, they have collected the incidents and told him that you were in the Ranchi. Now how it happened, when it happened, let's see, look into the chapter. Okay. So now the first paragraph. Every Monday, on his way back from home, Bipin Chaudhary would drop in at Kali Charan's new market to buy books. So, every Monday it was a routine of Bipin Babu to go to the Kali Charan's New Market to buy the book, as he was fond of reading books. He was very much fond of reading books. And which kind of books he used to read? Let's come. Crime stories, ghost stories and thrillers. So these are the books that he loved to read. Who loved to read? Bipin Babu. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. So he used to purchase how many books? 5 books, so that he will finish all the 5 books during the week. He lived alone, was not a good mixture, had few friends and did not like spend timing in idle chat. So he was very reserved person. He do not waste his time. He do not get mingled up with the people easily, and he will not chat any idle. Whenever he is having idle time, he will not waste in talking to the people unnecessary. Until and unless there is a work, he will not talk to anybody. What he used to do in his spare time, he used to read the books. That was his favorite time pass. Today at Kali Charan's, Bipin Babu had the feeling that someone was observing him from close quarter. So that means when he was at the Kali Charan market that day, so what happened? He felt that somebody was looking at him continuously. Then he turned round and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. So he turned back and he found a man was there, a very quiet, a very decent, a very humble man who was looking at him continuously. But when Bipin Babu saw that man, he smiled and said, "I don't suppose you recognize me." Then that fellow said to Bipin Babu, "I don't think you have recognized me." Have we met before? Asked Bipin Babu. Now Bipin Babu is saying that, have we met before anywhere? He is putting a question again because he was not able to recognize him. The man looked greatly surprised. "We met every day for a whole week. I arranged for a car to take you to the Hudru Falls." So the man is saying in a surprised manner, every day for a week I was meeting you because I have arranged a car for you to take you to the Hudru's Fall. In 1958 in Ranchi, my name is Parimal Ghosh. Now this man, the strange person, is saying that in 1958 full week I was the person who used to take you to the Hudru's Fall, and I used to arrange the cab for you, and that was in the year 1958. Ranchi? Now Bipin Babu was surprised. Ranchi? When I was in the Ranchi? So he surprised and said, "Ranchi?" Now Bipin Babu realized that it was not he but this man who was making a mistake. So now Bipin Babu realized that this fellow, this strange person, is making some mistake. Because he never been to Ranchi, then some confusion is there. He's thinking me as someone else. Bipin Babu had never been to Ranchi. He had been at the point of going several times, but never made it. He smiled and said, "Do you know who I am?" Now Bipin Babu is saying that he never been to Ranchi, but he planned many times to go there, but he was unsuccessful to make a trip for there. Then he smiled and asked, "Do you know who I am?" Then he is asking, "You know who am I?" The man raised his eyebrows, bit his tongue and said, "Do I know you? Who doesn't know Bipin Chaudhary?" Now this man is saying that not only me, everybody is knowing Bipin Babu. So why you are asking such question? Bipin Babu turned towards the bookshelves and said, "Still you are making a mistake. One often does. I never been to Ranchi." So now Bipin Babu, in an uninterested way, he said that, "Oh, you are making a mistake. I never been to Ranchi." And he turned towards the bookshelf. The men laughed aloud. So when Bipin Babu said that you are making a mistake, then the men, Parimal Ghosh, started laughing loudly. "What are you saying, Mr. Chaudhary?" So now he is saying that, "What are you saying? You had a fall in Hudro and cut your right knee." Now Parimal Ghosh started giving the evidence that to prove that Bipin Babu was in Ranchi in 1958. The first incident, he told that you had a fall at Hudru's Fall and you got a cut on your right knee. I brought you iodine. I had fixed up a car for you to go to Netrahat the next day. So now he is saying, you got a cut, I brought iodine to put on your knee, then I have arranged a cab for Netrahat the next day. But you could not because of pain in the knee. But you were not able to go because you have a pain in your knee. Can't you recall anything? Someone else you know was also in Ranchi at that time. So now Parimal Ghosh is asking Vipin Babu that you are not able to recall anything. You know, at that time somebody else was also there in Ranchi when you were there in the Ranchi. Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee, you stayed in a bungalow. You said you didn't like hotel food and would prefer to have your meal cooked by a bawarchi. So when you were in the Ranchi, Dinesh Mukherjee was also in the Ranchi and you stayed in his bungalow and you said that you do not like to have hotel food and you will prefer to have the food made by the bawarchi. So you came to Dinesh Mukherjee's house. Mr. Mukherjee stayed with his sister. You had big argument about the moon landing. Remember? Then Mr. Mukherjee was staying with his sister and you had an argument about the moon landing. I will tell you more. Now Parimal Ghosh said that I will give you much more incidents to prove that you were in Ranchi in 1958. Let's see what are the incidents. I'll tell you more. You always carried a bag with your books in it on your sightseeing trip. So whenever you are moving to any trip, you used to carry the books inside your bag. Am I right or not? Now he is asking, am I correct? Vipin Babu spoke quietly, in eyes still on the book. So, which month in 58 are you talking about? So now what happened? Vipin Babu was looking inside the book and slowly, in a very polite manner, he said, okay, in which month you are talking about in 1958? So somewhere in his heart, he was realizing, okay, I might be. अब मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा, हो सकता I will be there. So he asked her, in which month? The man said, October. No sir, said Vipin Babu. I spent puja in 58 with a friend in Kanpur you are making a mistake. So now he said, in October 1958, I was in Kanpur and I was celebrating a puja with a friend in Kanpur. Good day. And he said good day to Parimal Ghosh. But the man did not go, nor did he stop talking. So when he said good day and all, the man did not go and he did not stop talking to him. Very strange. One evening I had a tea with you in a veranda of your bungalow. So now he is saying that I had a tea with you in your bungalow in the evening. You spoke about your family. So now stranger is saying to the Vipin Babu that you also tell me about your family also. That you said you had no children and that you had lost your wife 10 years ago. So he is saying that you are not having a children and your wife also gone 10 years before. Your only brother had died insane, which is why you did not want to visit the mental hospital in Ranchi. So now he is saying that you did not like Ranchi because you lost your brother in the mental hospital because he died because of the insane. He got mad, some mental treatment was given in Ranchi and he was dead in Ranchi. When Vipin Babu has paid for the books and was leaving the shop, the man was still looking at him in utter disbelief. So when Vipin Babu already paid the amount to the shopkeeper and when he was leaving that place, so the man was still looking at him in utter disbelief, completely surprised. That strange man was giving him a surprised look. Why he was giving a surprised look? Ki Vipin Babu is not able to recall 1958 situation, 1958 Ranchi's visit. Even he has provided with so many evidence to him. That's why he was giving him a surprise look. Who was giving a surprise look? The strange man was giving a surprise look to the Vipin Babu. Why he was giving a surprise look? Ki in spite of giving so many evidence to Vipin Babu, he is not making sure that he was in Ranchi in 1958. Okay children, this is your first part and some comprehension questions are there that you need to do and you will send me that homework. So first question, why did the man stare at Vipin Babu in disbelief? Just now I told you the answer. Second question, where did Vipin Babu say he went in October 58? So So you have to write where he was in 1958, October. Who? Vipin Babu. Next question. Mention any 3 or more thing that Parimal Ghosh knew about Vipin Babu. So you have to tell the evidences or the proof that he told about the Vipin Babu. Who? Parimal Ghosh. Okay children, this is your first part. Now coming to the second part. Vipin Babu's car was safely parked in Bertram Street by the Lighthouse Cinema. He told the driver as he got into the car, just drive by the Ganga, will you, Sitaram? So now he is saying that Vipin Babu already parked his car, and as the strange man told him something, so he was he was uncomfortable. So he asked his driver to drive that car towards the Ganga, and he requested his driver to go there. Driving up this Strand road, Vipin Babu regretted having paid so much attention to the intruder. So now he is saying that Vipin Babu was he was regretted that he has wasted time and he has paid attention to a unknown person. He had never been to Ranchi, no question about it. It was inconceivable that he should forget such an incident which took place only 6 or 7 years ago. So now he is saying forget it all thing because it is immatter, because I can't forget the thing which has happened 6 or 7 years ago. I never been to Ranchi. So he is saying that all that talk was restless. It is of no use. Okay. He had an excellent memory, and Vipin Babu is having an excellent memory. He believed that. He had an excellent memory unless Vipin Babu's head reeled. So reeled means what happened कि whatever the talks continuously coming to your mind, जैसे आपकी कैसेट होती है, रील्ड होती है, हर चीज़ उसमें आगे बढ़ा दो, पीछे बढ़ा दो. In this, so everything what he was listened, what he was heard from that fellow, it was coming to his mind. It was rotating inside his mind. Was he losing his mind? So now he's thinking, is his memories getting lost? But how could be that? He was working daily in his office. It was a big firm, and he was doing a responsible job. So he's thinking too many. Like every day he used to work in a very good office. Every day he used to maintain the records. He is a responsible worker. And he was not aware of anything ever going seriously wrong. And nothing wrong had happened as he was working there for a long time. Only today he spoke for half an hour at an important meeting. And yet, so what he is saying that even for this half an hour and he is not able to work properly. What happened? Because all that talk that was given by the strange person, it is in his mind, revolving in his mind, and he is getting mad. He is becoming mad by thinking all this thing. And yet, the man knew a great deal about him. How? He even seemed to know some intimate details. So he was thinking that a strange person, how he come to know about the details, some of the intimate, some of the very crucial, very personal or very private detail, how he come to know. He was thinking, matlab, Vipin Babu was thinking how that Parimal Ghosh is knowing so much personal thing about me. He is continuously thinking about that. The bag of books. What are the things? The bag of books, wife's death, brother's insanity. The only mistake was about his having gone to Ranchi. Not a mistake, a deliberate lie. So he is stating that everything is correct. The only thing that he said was wrong. That was my visit to Ranchi in 1958. And it was not a mistake. It was done intentionally. Some purposefully he said. There was some purpose, some intention was there to say something wrong. In 1958, during the puja, he was in Kanpur at his friend Haridas Bagchi's house. So he is remembering, he is thinking that time he was there in Kanpur is Haridas Bagchi's house. All Vipin Babu had to do was write to, not there was no way of writing to Haridas. So now what he is saying is, let me confirm with Haridas, but nothing, no communication was there with Haridas, as Vipin Babu suddenly remembered that Haridas had left with his wife for Japan for some weeks ago. So now already Haridas has left India and he went to Japan. And he did not have his address. So new address was not provided to Vipin Babu. But there was need for proof. He himself was fully aware that he hadn't been to Ranchi, and that was that. So he is telling that I have to prove that in 1958 I was in Kanpur, and for that he need a proof. But he was not aware how to get it. So he is saying to himself that I was not there in Ranchi, and that is true, and that is fact. The river breeze was bracing, and yet a slight discomfort lingered in Bipin Babu's mind. So what happened? So he was sitting there, river breeze was very healthy, very refreshing, and a slight discomfort was there remaining in Bipin Babu's mind. Around Hastings, Bipin Babu decided to roll up his trouser and took a look at his right knee. So he suddenly remembered about the cut, and in very fast manner, what he did, he pulled up his trouser and started looking at his right knee. There was a mark, an old inch long cut. It was impossible to tell when the injury had occurred. See, he found a mark, and it was very old mark, and he was not able to tell when this mark had come to his knee. So see, here he is sitting and he is looking at that mark. See how feeling uncomfortable with all that situation. See the picture, it's already showing his uncomfortability. Had he never had a fall as a boy and cut his knee. So now he is saying that when in his childhood this cut might happen. क्या ये बचपन का कट है जब वो बच्चा था, when childhood days में था. He tried to recall such an incident but could not. So he was trying to recall all kind of incident, but he was not able to get any incident about this cut on his right knee. Then Vipin Babu suddenly thought of Dinesh Mukherjee. The man had said that Dinesh was in Ranchi at the same time. So now he suddenly recalled about Dinesh Mukherjee, one of his friend, because Parimal Ghosh told that he was also there in Ranchi in 1958. The best thing surely would be to ask him. So he said, let me ask and confirm with Dinesh. He lived quite near in Benindam Street. So Dinesh was staying in Benindam Street. What about going right now? But then, if he had really never been to Ranchi, what would Dinesh think if Vipin Babu asked for a confirmation? So now he was having a confusion. He was having some kind of embarrassment if he never been, means Vipin Babu never been to Ranchi, and he is going to Dinesh about the confirmation whether I was there or not. Then after knowing all this thing, what would be the reaction of the Dinesh? Thinking all this thing, he was feeling embarrassed, so he decided not to go. He would probably conclude Vipin Babu was going nuts. That means going mad. Going nuts means going mad. No, it would be ridiculous to ask him. So he is saying that it would be very useless, or it would be, you can say, silly to ask Dinesh Babu about the information. So he decided not to go. And he knew how ruthless Dinesh sarcasm would be. So now Vipin Babu also know ki how feelingless reaction will be given by the Dinesh when he is going to ask about his presentability in Ranchi in 1958. So he decided not to go. Sipping a cold drink in his air-conditioned living room, Bipin Babu felt at ease again. So now, calmly, quietly, he was sipping the cold drink in his room. Such a nuisance. Just because they have nothing else to do, they got about getting into others people's hair. So now he is saying that what kind of useless thing is there? If he had no work, then why he is these people are not having any kind of work, only to interfere in somebody's matter and to make them annoy. So here this means that getting into other people's hair means interfering with and annoy the people. That means to interfere in somebody's matter and make them angry. Same thing happened with Bipin Babu also. Then after dinner, snuggling in bed with one of the new thrillers, Bipin Babu forgot all about the man in the new market. So after dinner, he was cuddling inside the bed. जैसे आप लेट जाते इधर उधर अल्टी पल्टी मारते हो, same thing he was doing, and he was busy in reading one of the book that is related to thriller, and he forgot about the man, that strange man. Who? Bipin Babu forgot about the strange man. He started reading a book related to thriller and enjoying that book. Next day, in the office, Vipin Babu noticed that with every passing hour, the previous day's encounter was occupying more and more of his mind. So when Vipin Babu was working in the office next day, so last day incident that had happened, that strange man could talk, everything was coming to his mind, everything was revolving to his mind. If the man knew so much about Bipin Babu, how could he make such a mistake about Ranchi trip? So every time Bipin Babu was thinking, if so much of thing is known to him about me, then how he can make a mistake about my Ranchi trip? How he is doing this thing? So this question was running continuously in Bipin Babu's head. Just before lunch, Vipin Babu decided to ring up Dinesh Mukherjee. It was better to settle the question over the phone. At least the embarrassment on his face would not show. So now he is saying that after the lunch, he decided, Vipin Babu decided to give a call to Dinesh Mukherjee, so that whatever the reaction will be there, he will not be able to see. So he will not feel embarrassed. So he decided to call Dinesh Mukherjee after the lunch. 23516. Vipin Babu dialed the number. Hello, is that Dinesh? This is Vipin here. So he called up and he confirmed whether it is Dinesh or not. Well, what's the news? So now Dinesh is saying, yes, tell me what's new. I just wanted to find out if you recalled an incident which took place in 1958. So now Vipin is saying that I just called you to confirm the incident about 1958. Now Dinesh is saying, 58? What incident? So he is asking which incident you are talking about in 1958. Were you in Calcutta right through that year? That's the first thing I have got to know. So now Vipin Babu is saying that in 1958, were you in Calcutta? This is my first question that I want to know. You were in? Wait just a minute. 58. Let me check in my diary. For a minute, there was silence. Vipin Babu could feel that his heartbeat had gone up. He was sweating a little. So, he is saying that, okay, let me check out. So, while Dinesh was checking his presence in 1958, his heartbeat, Vipin Babu's heartbeat was raising, was coming up. सांसें बढ़ जाना घबराहट के था and he was sweating a lot. Hello, yes, I have been out twice. So he is saying that yes, I got the detail and I was out in 1958 for 2 times. Vipin Babu asked where you were for 2 times. Then he is saying once in February nearby to Krishnanagar to a nephew's wedding. So now he is saying that once I was there out in the month of February to attend my nephew's wedding, that too in Krishnanagar, and then but you would know about this one. So now Dinesh is saying, but second trip you know it. The trip was to Ranchi. You were there too. So he is saying that Dinesh, second trip to you must be knowing, no? Because we both were in the Ranchi. You were also there in the Ranchi. That's all. But what all this sleuthing about? So now he is saying, why you are asking all this? Why you are having an investigation for this all? So Dinesh is asking to Vipin Babu, why you want to know all this kind of information? So Vipin Babu is saying, no, I just wanted to. Anyway, thanks. So he just listened that and he put down the phone and said, okay, thank you. Just like that. Vipin Babu slammed the receiver down and gripped his head with his hand. He felt his head swimming. A chill seemed to spread over his body. There were sandwiches in his tiffin box, but he did not eat them. He had lost his appetite. So what happened? So when Dinesh said that no, he was there in 1958 and even Vipin was there in 1958 in Ranchi. After listening that, Vipin Babu banged the phone. He held the head in his hand and sitting like this. He was having sandwiches in his tiffin. He did not have that sandwiches. His hunger was lost. He did not have anything. So he was completely going mad. So now again some questions are there. Do that questions. First question is here. Why did Vipin Babu worry about what Parimal Ghosh has said? Second question. How did he try to decide who was right, his memory or Parimal Ghosh? So now Vipin Babu is thinking what is right, his memory or Parimal Ghosh. Why did Vipin Babu hesitate to visit Mr. Mukherjee? Why did he finally decided to phone him? What did Mr. Mukherjee say? Did it comfort Vipin Babu or add to his worries? So this is the question, my dear children. In the next video, I'll explain you other part, third and fourth part. Till then, revise the chapter, read the chapter, find out the comprehension check questions. Any doubt, do call me up. I'm available all the time. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye.